morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I usually be on this one. I think I usually be on this one. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to anybody that's in here so far. Well, I gotta fix that. To anybody that is in here so far today, I know I had a 10 a.m. show. First and foremost, if you in here, thank you. Whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Twitch, if you are in here, hold on. I feel like I can't see something. If you are in here, thank you. I had to make a business decision. The trust I did not probably want to make. I am so used to 11 a.m. So 10 a.m. threw me off a little bit. Flurry, what's good? 10 a.m. threw me off a little bit, but what I about to say? Oh, I got a doctor's appointment today, and I get a haircut later. So it was like start the show at 11, end at 12:30, or start the show at 10, end at 12:30. I'd rather have that extra hour for power rankings sake and things like that. So we will see how the power rankings go. I am looking forward to starting. Let me set an alarm for like 12:30 right now. I am looking forward to the power rankings starting by 11 a.m. It's 100% going to start by 11 a.m. Will end by 12, roughly 30. If it doesn't end by that time, then I will move the power rankings to playback and have the power rankings in playback and have some assistance there. So that's my idea or my goal for the show today. But again, I had to move it early because of appointments later. So either way, if you in here so far, thank y'all so much for all the support. Appreciate you guys for being attentive. That's what matters, to be honest. Seeing the tweet. Oh, let me also put in Discord. I'm live. Seeing the tweet, see my post on Discord, and then coming in here on time. Thank y'all. Thank you. I got a lot of things that I still got to edit, man. This weekend, I got to take some time to edit the Discord, so it automatically go live on YouTube and Twitch. It's a post that goes in there. Try to keep the bots out the Discord. There's some things I got to edit this weekend, for sure. Thanksgiving week. Happy Tuesday to everybody in here. Power Rankings Day. If you're on the YouTube side of things, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button on this video. That helps the algorithm out for anybody that's surfing on YouTube to come across facts and stats. Be willing to chime in to the show. Be willing to listen to the show. And then more importantly, be willing to join the stage and talk during the show. Open invitation to anybody to come on the stage and speak their mind. That's how Facts and Stats was built. That's how Facts and Stats always remain. If you are ever interested in joining the stage, by all means you can. Do not be afraid. It's a great community, great people, great speakers, in my opinion, and we're going to continue to grow on a day-to-day basis. Also, if you're on the YouTube side of things, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are at 1,111 subscribers. Road to 1,200. Going to continuously try to grow on that side of things as well. And then outside of that, there's a couple of things you guys can do to extend your support for the platform. Being in the platform or listening to the platform, watching the show back is support in itself. But if you want to extend your support for the platform, feel free to become a member on the YouTube side. There are 3 different levels you can join as. They all have different customized perks, and also you can send super chats and or super stickers outside of that. The direct link to become a member is in the description on this video. And then if you're on the Twitch side, thank you. Hit that follow button if you're not following already. If you want to extend your support for the platform, feel free to become a sub. And if you have Amazon Prime, though, I will advise you to sub through Amazon Prime as you get 1 free subscription per month. Again, if you have Amazon Prime, I will advise you to sub through Amazon Prime as you get 1 free subscription per month. And I'm gonna I think I'm gonna change my font to white and just leave it white. To be honest, hold on. But am I gonna be able to, I'm not gonna be able to see it on power rankings though. Hold on. I wonder if I gotta change my background color. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me 1 second. 1 second. And Beyond, what's the word, brother? Good morning, bro. Good morning, brother. So you're going to see it, but it's going to be this problem right here. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see it on this tab. It's going to be too light. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. I'm just, sometimes I be feeling like I have to fix stuff on the fly. It was blowing me. I think I'm tired of the black. Yeah, I'm tired of the black. We're not going black no more. Yeah, we're going to go like a little light gray. I like that color a little bit better. Dark gray a little bit. Tired of the black. Yeah, I like that color. Cool. And then now it can work on all tabs. And I mean all tabs. And I don't gotta worry about changing the color. Sorry guys, one more time. Let me just test it one more time. Testing. Alright. Two turn, what's good? If I didn't say what's good to you earlier, my bad, bro. Sorry, y'all. Y'all looking at me one more time. All right, that's perfect. All right, that's a good color. All right. Yeah. Now I don't ever have to change it. It works on black. It works on white background. It works on black background. All right, I'm good. All right. Good morning again to everybody. My bad. I already told you about the YouTube side, membership, super chat, super thanks. Hitting that thumbs up button, subscribing. I told you about the Twitch. Make sure you hit that follow button if you're not following already. If you want to extend support for the platform, feel free to become a sub as well. If you have Amazon Prime, I would advise you to become a sub through Amazon Prime. As you can literally subscribe for free. Literally, all you have to do is connect your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and you are good to go. As far as the show today, a couple things we're going to be talking about today. 49ers the Panthers recap, fantasy facts and stats, fantasy football updates, weekly top 15 power rankings, and then the Players Era event / college hoops, flurry facts. Syracuse definitely should have won that game. I'm happy they didn't win the game because I live bet Houston a couple of times. I finally give up, y'all. Man to man. I finally give up. It ain't no winner. I'm done. I'm as of right now, I'm retiring gambler. As of right now, I'm retiring. I cannot believe what I witnessed yesterday, bro. I cannot believe the Minnesota Timberwolves did that. I'm done. Like let me show y'all. I can't believe what the Minnesota Timberwolves did, bro. I never seen nothing like that before. It's like, bro, sometimes when you watching a game, it feel like they losing on purpose, damn near. Like, now obviously you don't ever want to say that, but sometimes shit be looking a little funny, bro. Like, I can't lie. So, who showed your parlay? I'm gonna start the show with that real quick. So here's one. Can y'all see this? No, y'all can't. Milo. Hold on, y'all. I gotta fix my Discord. Hold on. Man, I cannot believe the Wolves yesterday, bro. That was insane. Oh, my Discord tweaking. All right, I'm about to give up. Tyler Hero. Bad read by me. I can admit. Bad read by me. I went 3 assists. BJ talked me into the assist. I went 3 assists. Whatever. I shouldn't even. Whatever. Wear 6 boards. Hero 15. Knicks money line. Hero finished the game with 0 assists. My initial read was Hero points at 18.5. He finished with like 24. Yeah, getting 0 is crazy. But the way the Heat run the offense now, though, it's a little different. So it's a little different. And then after that, I'm like, all right, whatever. I was making money, but I wasn't putting it in the Discord because I'm live betting, so I can't post all my live bets. This one was my last live bet of the night, though. Excuse me. Gonzaga, Houston Rockets, Wolves, Michigan. Money line plus 139. Gonzaga wins This is the one I thought I would have had to sweat. Gonzaga wins. Rockets step on them. Michigan beat the crap out of San Diego State. It gets down to the Wolves. I'm like, all right. Wolves up like 91-79 or something like that, bro. It was 90. Nah, it was actually 99-89 with 3 minutes to go. I cannot believe what I witnessed. Like when Tez and Heaven Sent say they are a dumb basketball team, they by far one of the dumbest basketball teams I ever laid my eyes on. It's like you would think that Rudy and J Mac been in the league for 2 years with some of the plays they made down the stretch. Even Julius Randle. Some of them turnovers was inexcusable, bro. Like it was disgusting to see, to be honest. Disgusting. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Something like that. It's like how you even recover from that. I'm still struggling to recover from that. It was that bad. Literally that bad. So I'll leave that alone. But outside of week top 15 power rankings, then we're going to end it off with the player event, era event, college hoops, like I was just speaking on. And then that'll be the show. Again, the show will be going to about 12:30 today. For anybody that missed the message, I have 2 appointments to go to. So I thought it just makes more sense to just move the show up. So hopefully you all enjoy this 2-hour show today. 2-hour, 2.5 show today. And that's probably one of the dumbest messages that I always read. If you give up gambling, you'll never win. There are different ways to win in life outside of gambling. I don't ever forget that. How about I teach you something? There are different ways to win in life outside of gambling. How that sound? To join the stage. Y'all know I'm probably just chatting, but how that sound? Alright. How do I want to start? I'll briefly go college hoop side because I'm not going to say too much, right, while I'm up here just chatting. By the way, if anybody wants to join the stage, you will join the stage through the Fact and Stats Discord. The Discord is pinned on Twitch. The Discord is pinned on YouTube. When you join the Discord, you will join the Daily Show voice channel. And I think I'm in watch party somewhere. You will join the Daily Show voice channel. And that's pretty much that. Again, thank y'all for so much for being in here so far today. And we are going to go ahead and get into everything that we got to discuss in a quickly, timely manner. Let me fix my Discord just a little bit better. I knew I shouldn't have changed that. "99% of gamblers quit before they hit big." Do you gamble? Do you gamble? I don't like that color. That color not looking too good. Hold on. All right, college basketball had something called the Players Era event yesterday, where we had a lot of good college basketball games. I tried my best to watch the ones that matter. We were in here on Discord kicking it, full screen up, NFL, NBA, college basketball. It was a great day to just be chilling and watching sports. Really, the game started early, so it was really a great day to just be chilling and watching sports, and I enjoyed myself. Game that did not matter. I'm going to shout them out real quick. Shout out to Arizona. Stepped on Denver 103-73. Yeah, I'm going to head to this Houston and Syracuse game. This Houston and Syracuse game was a good basketball game. Syracuse was playing without their leading scorer on the season so far, Donnie Freeman. He's averaged about 17.5 or 18 points per game. But one thing I can say about this team, they fought. They made things really difficult for Houston. Houston is a team that is expected to be in the Final Four, if not for sure Elite Eight, maybe even national championship. And Kai and Anthony came out to mention, gave him a good spark. He was 0 for 5 from 3. But outside of him, though, they had 5 other players in double figures, and they played so well as a team, you know. And Syracuse, they, like he says, type in the chat, they definitely super sold on the Houston side of things. For one, Syracuse, I feel like they should have went earlier in the shot clock. Well, not even shot clock because there was no shot clock. They should have went earlier down the stretch of that game before Tugler forced overtime when he blocked that shot. Where he didn't get the ball out anyway, but I feel like they should have went earlier down the stretch. To be honest, on that last shot, that's what forced it going to overtime. Milos is a hooper. E-Man had 26 as well. Both of those guys had 26 apiece, and I guess you can say they showed up when it mattered the most. You know, they definitely did miss a lot of free throws down the stretch, and I don't know if I agreed with Sampson's idea to not have Sanak in the game and go out with Tugler. Now I know Tugler is more of a defensive minded guy. I guess he would say, but he makes a lot of bonehead decisions, a lot of mistakes to me with the ball in his hands or without the ball in his hands. So I sort of kind of would have went with a different closing lineup for Houston. But listen, a game like this, you do not want to lose. You don't want to lose. So it was good to see that they stole. I would say stole, probably, or not even stole, but came out with the victory against that tough Syracuse team that fought hard. Again, they did this without their leading scorer. You don't only can imagine how the game would have went if he was on the court because the impact that he'd been able to make offensively. So Houston, they moved to 6-0. Yeah, Kyan needs to make free throws. He also needs to get stronger. He also needs to finish. He also needs to play through contact a little better. And now he will grow into his body more. And that's why I think he will come out year 2 and he'll be a good player. He'll be a solid player. He'll be even better in his sophomore year if he stays at Syracuse. That's pretty much it. E-Man took a horrible 3 down the stretch of that game. It was ridiculous. I think before in the fourth quarter or in the second half. And, there's really not much to say on that game. Chris Sanak was in check for the most part in the first half. He didn't really get much opportunity to do things offensively. But he ended up finishing with 8 points and 12 rebounds and 1 steal. And, that's pretty much it. Tugler had 5 blocks. So, like I said, that's most likely why he pointed to. That's why Kelvin had him finishing the game over Sanak. When Syracuse went small with like 3 or 4 guards on the court, they had to match that. They had to match that and have only Tug as the lone big on the court with Fleming, Milos, E-Man. I think he went. I think he had Isaiah on the court, Isaiah Harwell on the court with those other 3 other guards. So Houston way to escape. It was a good overtime game. They kicked off the watch. Well, they didn't kick off the watch party. This game came out at like 6, I want to say, but it was a good game to watch, I would say. So shout out to Houston for pulling off the victory, and shout out to Syracuse making it competitive. And that's all I wanted. I just wanted a competitive game. And they did that. Let's see. Louisville, Eastern Michigan. I'm just going down off the far as the rankings thing real quick. Louisville, Eastern Michigan. Nothing really much to say there. Louisville, really good team. Took care of business. Michigan, San Diego State. Nothing really much to say there. We didn't watch that game. Well, I didn't watch that game. And then next, another game that we did watch. 2 of them, actually. St. John's and Iowa State. I will start there. Iowa State got the win 83-82. This was a really damn good college basketball game. I had said it to Ted last night, and I said this last year too. But the reason why I enjoy college basketball more than NBA because you see what matters more, in my opinion, a little bit. Like you see, it's not hard to explain. But let me just say this: you see what matters more when it matters the most. I think that's the best way to put it. ATOs, sets throughout the game, the hustle plays, the intensity. These young guys going to get after it possession by possession. No possessions off for the most part. Like they work, they compete. And it's one guy that I want to shout out. And he's probably not even going to be an NBA player. But it's these guys that matter to me. That's why I even tweeted about him yesterday. Blake Buchanan. That's their center. Big man. White guy. He 100% won this game yesterday. And you can be looking at this box score for them. You can look at the box score and say 22 minutes. 7 points, 4 rebounds. What did he do? But it's deeper than that. This man 100% won them the game, in my opinion. Changed the game for them, in my opinion. And he did this all while playing with 4 fouls. In college basketball, if anybody do not know, you foul out with 5 fouls. And Blake had about, I think he played the whole second half damn near with 4 fouls. Damn near the whole second half. When he was on the court, he had 4 fouls for like the last 10, 12 minutes of the game. And that's when discipline comes into play. And every single time they tried to foul him out, every single time they tried to drive at him in the basket, or they gave it to Eagle hopefully I said his name right. Hand straight up. Hand straight up. He walled up. He not coming down. He not fouling. He ain't doing nothing. He just made great basketball plays defensively, and even offensively, he was hustling his ass off. So I got it. If I was a coach and I'm giving out game balls, I'm giving that game ball to Blake, 100%. Also, Milan. This dude was sparking his ass off from three. At one point, he was 5 for 6 from three. He obviously missed like his next three. Maybe he was 5 for 7 and missed his next two. But they don't win this game without him either, man. They needed all of his threes that he hit. He had a lot of tough shots, a lot of big shots. And for them to even win this game with Lipsy going out, looked like a groin injury, they said on the broadcast. With Lipsy going out like the last 2 minutes of the game, a minute and 40-minute 50 of the game, that's their point guard, that's their leader, that's basically their best player. It was actually impressive. On the St. John's side, real quick, on any other given night, they're pretty much Eagle4. Hopefully I'm saying his name right, y'all. My bad. On any other given night, he is the one that everything is going through. He's the one that's their leading scorer. He's the one that getting buckets and facing double teams and things like that. In this game, they had two role players really step up pretty well. No, three actually. Pretty step up really well in my opinion. Oziah Sellers, big shot after big shot, big three after big three, knocked down the last 2 threes to help them even take the lead. They took the lead at 80-79 in this one. I thought it was over with. They ended up, like I said, Iowa State obviously ended up winning the game. And then after that, Bryce Hopkins. He wasn't great from the field, but he was great at getting to the line yesterday. Great at using his size. Great at trying to play through contact. He was 10 for 10 for the free throw line, 3 for 10 from the field. And then last but not least, he deserves a big shout out. Coming off the bench, played 31 minutes. Dylan Mitchell completely changed the whole entire game defensively, using his size, using his will, using his strength, and also his determination. He also had 9 boards. He had 2 blocks. And when he came off the bench, they put him on Lipsy, and he's like 6'8". Lipsy like a little boy compared to him. Lipsy like 5'10", maybe even 5'9". I'm probably exaggerating, but he in that ballpark. Mitchell got like 6 inches on him. I'll say that. Pause. Yeah, I'll be on funny stuff. So, this was a really good competitive basketball game, man. I know I saw some tweets on Twitter about Ian Jackson usage in comparison to him at North Carolina and then coming over to St. John's. Let me see how many minutes he averaged on the season. He's averaging 18 minutes on the season. 24 last year. Whatever. I don't know. I don't really got much to say on that. All in all, I enjoyed the basketball game. Shout out to Iowa State to move to 5-0. St. John's dropped to 3-2. Next game. And y'all, I'm just going through college basketball first before I get to NFL because I know that it's something I can just go through without having to say I need to go back to it. So that's all. This is probably the last game I'm actually speaking on anyway. 2 more, actually. Yeah, 2 more. Shout out to Illinois. They beat them guys. Stojakovic had 24 points. That's Peja's son. I believe that's Peja's son. Tennessee stepped on Rutgers. Gillespie had 32 points, transferred from Maryland. And I believe Nate Ament had a good game in this one as well. Yeah, he had 20 points, 4 for 6 from 3, 7 for 14 from the field. Nate Ament should be a lottery pick this year coming up. Nate Ament should be and would be and will be actually a lottery pick. He's averaging 19 points, 8 rebounds. This draft is loaded. Y'all heard us say that numerous times, but this draft is loaded with talent. So Nate Ament is another name to remember. If you're a team or you want to see a team draft a forward that can shoot mid-range shots, shoot 3-point shots, about 6'9", 6'10", and you got like pick shit, because he can go as high up to 6, to be honest, maybe even 5. But you got like 6 through 10, 6 through 11, you in the Nate Ament range. I'm missing a game. Oh yeah, here Alabama and Gonzaga. First time. This is my second to last game I'm going to talk on. First time watching Gonzaga this year. Not my first time watching Alabama. If y'all listen to anything that I say last year, going into the draft, and I have like tears. Like that's how I like to do. Like For example, 2 years ago, my favorite 3 players going into the draft was Reed, Rob, and that's one tier, and then Stephon Castle. Like, if I'm not Kentucky biased or not putting my bias to my Kentucky guys, Stephon Castle was the guy that I fucked with, that I was in many debates with Eli with because he can't shoot and Stephon Castle was the guy. Last year for me, it was another tier. You got Dylan Harper, and then you had a guy that I thought was going to come out, and that was LeBaron Philon. I thought Philon was going to come out. Oh, Dylan Harper, Jeremiah Fears, and then Philon. And y'all can tell I love point guards for the most part. That's all my favorite players for the most part are point guards, and will probably always be guards outside of Devin Booker. Like, my favorite players will always be guards. You'll never see me have a power forward as my favorite player. You'll never see me have a center as my favorite player, like one or two. You'll never see me have a small. Not even small forwards. Well, LeBron James. That's when I was growing up. But LeBron James was like a point guard for her. So yeah, I'm just a guard nigga, bro. My favorite players are guards, bro. I like playing with people, or not playing with people, or watching people that can control a basketball game. And that's how I play on 2K. Literally, I see Shaggy in here. That's how I play on 2K, bro. When I play 2K, I'm a guard. I control the basketball game. I like making passes. I like making shots. That's what I like seeing. But LeBaron Philon, speaking of all of that, making plays, making passes, making shots, he did all of that yesterday to the best of his ability. All of that yesterday. He either tied a career high, or this was a career high for him. 29 points, 11 for 18 overall in the game. 3 for 6 from 3. Remember the name to anybody who do not watch college basketball. LeBaron Philon will 100% be a first-round draft pick, 100% be a lottery pick. Again, I thought he was coming out last year. He did not. He chose to come back. He could have, but he chose to come back. I guess unfinished business, and we'll see what happens for the rest of the season. But the problem with Alabama yesterday was, one, they was playing without one of their better players, one of their best guards. They run like 3 guards. Philon, Aiden Holloway, and Right Sale. I want to say it is Right Sale. And Aiden was off yesterday. Tremendously, he was off. 4 for 15 from the field, 2 for 10 from 3. He just simply did not have it going. I mean, I feel like he forced some shots too. Aiden liked to shoot deep threes and things like that. He forced some shots. Some of the shots he probably wish he had back. But the thing about Alabama is, with their guards, and particularly with Aiden, if Aiden can't get to the basket, his best other option is shooting threes, because Gonzaga had the size down low with EK and Huff. And also they had good defense on the perimeter with Grant Foster, the transfer from and I forgot what Grant transferred from. It's that school, it's in Vegas or something, or Nevada. What's that school Grant came from? It's on the west side. GCU. Grand Canyon. There we go. Yes. My bad. So Grant coming over and playing with size, and Grant is experienced. Grant is like really 5th year for to be honest. But he dealt with some crazy injuries. Praise to him. It's good to see him still being able to hoop. And also outside of injuries, just a whole different surgeries as well. But Philon at one point in this game scored like 17 or 18 or 19 of the team 23 second half points. He operated the pick and roll so well. He got to the basket. He finished. Whoever was guarding him, he was able to have his way for the most part. But outside of that, and they even took the lead. Outside of that, nobody else really had it going. You know, you had your chip-ins from Amari, and you had your chip-ins from Aiden, but it wasn't consistent enough to be able to match the level that Philon was coming at you with. Meanwhile, when you deal with Gonzaga, they had basically 3 or more guys score 18 or more points. 3 or more guys scored 18 or more points. Huff, who I was telling y'all about, him and EK combined for 19 boards, 39 points, and they dominated the front court matchup. They dominated down low. When Alabama made that run that I was just telling y'all about, Philon scoring 19, 17 out of 23 points, EK was on the bench. As soon as EK came back into the game, Gonzaga boosted the lead right back up. Literally right back up. They had another big player outside of EK and Huff making big shots. And I was Steele Ventures off the bench. He had 12 points. White boy. Knocked down a couple of big threes in that game. But Gonzaga looked good to me. It's my first time watching them. They didn't move me, but they did enough to be able to win this Alabama matchup. And Alabama don't move me either. I just think they're good with Phylon and the other two guards. But Gonzaga will be a tough out when it comes to March. And I don't want to jump that far, but it'll be a tough out when it comes to March with EK and Huff down low because they're obviously going to be playing through EK. And whatever you get out of Grant Foster, it's a blessing. They gave him 21. He gave him 21 points yesterday. And it was a good basketball game, man. Really, shout out to Gonzaga, well coached. Been a great organization on college basketball level for some time now, a little while, going back to Jalen Suggs, for anybody that forget or remember that. Drew Timmy, Chet was another name. Even Rui was good at solid at Gonzaga. Zach Collins, I think I'm right with Zach Collins. Yeah, Zach Collins for sure. Gonzaga just always had that type of program, man. They just a good college basketball program. Yeah, both of them hards, Andrew and Ryan. And I feel like I'm missing a name that I feel like is worth shouting out. I think I hit everything that need to be hit on. But yeah, Gonzaga, great program, great organization, great college school and college basketball level, or pretty much just overall in general. 6-0, and Alabama dropped to 3-2. Phylon though is averaging now 22 points, 6 assists, and on 55% from the field this season. 22 points, 6 assists, while shooting 50. Corey Crisper, yes. While shooting 55% from the field this season. If that's not impressive to you, you crazy. This is college basketball we talk about. That's impressive. 22 and 6 on 55% from the field. Again, I thought he was going to come out last year. Just remember the name, y'all. He's from Alabama. He's solid. He was playing with Mark Sears last year. So I guess he felt like if I come back and show them that I can run the offense and I can do my own thing without Mark, and I can be the number one option, I can be the guy, I can pull out a season like this. Because last year he averaged only 10 points. But I promise you, he could have came out last year. He could have came out last year and probably most likely would have been a first-round draft pick. Came back, he took that 10 points to freaking 22, doubled his field goal attempts from 8 to 16, and you see what he's doing with it. Better as a three-point shooter, better at getting to the basket, better at finishing around the rim with both hands, and better at scoring the ball, period. LeBaron Phylon, remember the name, for anybody who do not watch college basketball. And last but certainly not least, before I head over to the NFL, and I'm actually glad I started the show at 10 o'clock today. Last but certainly not least, I didn't watch this game. It was on the screen, but I wasn't locked in. But it was on the screen. But I do want to have the right to show them some love and get them some props for their victory yesterday. Auburn, I expected them to win. They had a big win. Well, I wouldn't say big win, but they had a nice win over Oregon, 84-73. Tahad Pettiford had 24 points, was 9 for 18 from the field. And it's crazy because I was watching this game yesterday. Just in general, though, it feel like the hype around Tahad went down a little bit. Like, Tahad had some real hype last year. Not gonna be wrong. Tahad would not be, yeah, OG, I can circle back. Tahad would not be an NBA guard. Let's make that very clear. Tahad Pettiford would not be an NBA guard, and it's no way, it's just reality of the situation. It's like Sharif Cooper. They like little kids. Like, they like 5'9". You know, they too small, basically. I'll be surprised if Tahad is a rotational NBA guard. I don't see it happening. But in this game, at least, he came back as well. Freshman. He would have got drafted last year. He had 24 points, 9 for 18, 5 for 6 from the free throw line. And he does a great job at getting to the basket and finishing, especially if his three-point shot is not on. Outside of him, Keyshawn Hard, he had 18 points. And like I said, I wasn't fully all the way tapped in, so really I could just say good win for Auburn. Going against an Oregon team that have a couple of returners, to be honest. So Nate, Jackson, to say a few, and even Sean as well. So Auburn moved to 5-1 on the year. Oregon Ducks dropped to 4-1 on the year. And I had spoke on Houston already, OG. As far as the matchups today, and I'm mad I'm not going to be here, Brandon. I'm mad I got to do what is running around today. Let's see. I really wanted to set my computer on I want to set my computer on Houston, Tennessee at 6. Creighton won yesterday? Yeah, they lost to Baylor. So Houston, Tennessee at 6. That's it. And Michigan and Auburn. Okay. So Houston, Tennessee, Michigan, Auburn, and that's all I'm watching. Yeah, I'm not watching that. I'm only watching them two. All right. What's going on? What's going on, OG? What you got to say about Houston game from yesterday?
Real quick, I was trying to see how big you was talking about Pettiford, that he just not going to be an NBA player.
Yeah.
Uh, how big is the Fears kid?
Jeremiah like 6 something. Jeremiah
He
not
said
like
Pettiford.
Tahad. You can see Tahad smaller than Jeremiah for sure. Jeremiah like Jeremiah Fears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremiah Fears is a good 6'2", probably, if I had to guess. I
What
could
you just saying? You saying just Pettiford got a small stature or something,
Yeah, small
small
stature.
build?
Yeah, it's too small. I'll be surprised. Again, Taha got skill, but so did Sharif Cooper, and so did many other names. To be honest, I don't see Taha, and again, I could be wrong, and I would love to be wrong. I don't see Taha being a rotational NBA guy, in my opinion.
I mean, I hear you on the little dudes. I've been saying for a few years now that they starting to become extinct. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Fears is 6'3".
Yeah, they
Okay,
six
and he
three.
different. He different too. He different mentally. So I give you that.
Yeah,
All right. All right. All right. But anybody 6'1", I kind of give him a shot because Reed ain't. I mean, I think they got Reed listed at 6'3". He not 6'3". He kind of saw it off too. But okay, I guess.
Reed
And for
Reed
me, it's
Reed
all.
Reed's a specialist though. Like
Yeah,
it,
that's fair.
yeah, he's a speed right. Like people, you know what? And I'm not saying he gonna do this, and not to make it about Reed too much, but people on Twitter and stuff like that was like, well, Reed is shooting 50% from three. That's going to fall down. Yeah, but to where? Like it Reed
46,
Reed
47.
exactly Reed
You know.
throughout Reed's career, he will be always probably always outside his rookie year be over 40% shoot from three. 40 or
Yeah.
above. Uh, because he shot 50% from three at Kentucky. Like that's not 50% from three in college is crazy. Like that's
Yeah.
literally crazy. And he's just that good of a shooter, to be honest. And I'm glad it's all coming together for him now in Houston, man, because uh year 3, year 4, year 5, he continue to get smarter and grow into his game and be able to dissect different coverages and things like that. Special player. It's a special player.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad. Boy, I'm so glad. But I to be honest with you, I'm not surprised though. I mean, I've been saying it from day one. Like, if you look at the tape, it translates. What he does well, it translates to the league. It's gonna take him a minute, just like it takes everybody, with the exception of a few. But that U of H team, man, that U of H team, that I don't know how they got bumped down. I think I saw yesterday number 3 or 4, and I'm like, how the fuck? How? Like, why? I mean, we still winning. Why are we bumping down? Who's number one? I don't even know. Who's 1 and 2? If Houston ain't one,
I forgot. Let me check right now because I know Ted sent it to me yesterday. Oh,
but I'll say this:
Purdue in Arizona.
Purdue. Purdue say, look here, man. I didn't even know that one kid, the little point guard,
Braden
like it,
Smith.
Braden Smith.
Yeah.
I can't believe I said how many years he got.
Yeah, he been in for a
Who
little.
over there with
Yeah,
him?
Braden been in for a little minute. It feel like I can't lie.
Braden need to go get a job. Braden been playing basketball too long now. Go on, get to find something else to do, Braden. You been playing. Now who else is over there? If they number one, I know they. I
They
mean, I
got
thought they were
man.
gonna
They got
fall
a.
off a cliff.
It's the type of team. I don't know the dude name. But he's a good big man. He's a good dude in the front court. And they got a shooter that been there for some years too as well. Uh, what's the dude?
Fletcher Lawyer still over there.
I'm gonna be able to know that. Yeah, Fletcher Lawyer, the shooter, and then they got Trey Cuffman. This dude. These are the three best players, and they
Ah,
just
the
roll with
light
them.
skin.
Yeah, light skinned dude
Okay,
with a little low
yeah.
cut or whatever, a little beard. I mean, not beard, but yeah, this dude right here. 6'9",
Okay,
senior, averaging 15 and 12 on a year. So they ain't running with them three guys.
and
Solid.
they number one. Okay, all right, all right,
They ain't
all right.
gonna be
All
nothing
I
in March though, but yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm watching this U of H team, man, and Tez was texting me during the game yesterday. Look here, that team, man. I ain't seen it. Ain't too many teams. I was so surprised that Syracuse matched the level of play and intensity, especially without their best player yesterday too.
Mhm.
But Houston plays they play different, man. And it ain't something that if it's not a habit for you to play with that kind of intensity and effort and just hard, I mean, just hard work, you can't get used to it the day before, the week before. that shit is just different, man. It's different. Now, Syracuse match, I was a little surprised. Syracuse working with something though. Syracuse ain't no punk.
Yeah.
They got something. And if they played that way without their best player, I was impressed. I must say. I liked what I saw. But Houston is, man, Houston on both sides of the ball. Me and Tez were talking about this yesterday, but coach got to do something by running offense through Tugler and not giving Cynic
Mm-hmm.
any looks, man. You
Yep.
know, I mean, in that first half, Cynic. Now, I will say this: what I like about Cynic, he didn't just fade out and just be like, "All right, well, fuck it, I ain't getting no touches." He still rebounded the ball well. I don't know what he finished with, but I know he had more than 12. He probably had somewhere between 12 and 15 rebounds. He rebounded the ball, and it wasn't rebounds. Some niggas, I always say, some niggas they get rebounds because they big and rebounds get them, and some niggas go get rebounds. He go get rebounds, man. And with the offensive skill set that kid has, and now and I don't know him from high school, but if he's gonna play hard, and if you go to U of H, you gonna play hard. You take that because he got a level of offense that we're not even seeing because I don't know if Samson trying to keep the nigga under wraps because he don't want him to come out or whatever the case may be. But he running offense through Tugler, man. Tugler out there throwing jump hooks and shit. I'm like, man, come on, man. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing, man? Like that, Tugler is a catch and finish, lob threat, rim running. Now he a shot blocking fool, though. I tell you that. That dude, I'm talking about, man. Look here, and some again, he go another point. Some dudes block shots because they tall. It's when you tall and you got great timing. Say, look here, that dude there, man, and he plays all the way out. So I can see how he can be a coach's pet, but fuck all that running offense doing, man. But anyway, overall, that team is going to be a bear to deal with. Milo's had a good game. Sharp had a damn good game. Kean Anthony, you could tell he was a freshman. You could see it. He don't look bad. I think he's going to be good. I don't know if I didn't see one and done. I didn't see that. I know he had some good games this year, but against that, I want to see it against that kind of heat. I want to see what you look like. I want to see if the pressure bothers you and that type of shit. For the most part, it didn't, but I did see a couple of times. I saw one time when Sharp just took his ball, and he was on. It was him and Sharp one on one. And Sharp just grabbed it and snatched it. And then that's a fifth year senior going against
Are you talking about Melo son, right? King,
yeah,
yeah,
Keenan
yeah,
Atkins, yeah,
yeah, yeah. When he drove, he just took it on the right
yeah,
from
yeah.
right.
But that was a great game, man. That was a great game. I like how, and that's the thing about Houston. We used to getting everybody's best game. People coming out there trying to fight and scratch and claw. But then we just stay down. We stay down. I got to get to Houston. I was just there this past weekend. I got to go catch a game, man. I want to see that shit up close and personal. But yeah, I was trying to figure out who was number one and two because if I'm like, how the fuck we drop and we winning? We still winning.
Yeah.
So anyway, that team gonna be there. Needless to say, all year long. I'm ready for the good games to start. I don't like all this, all cupcake ass shit. That was a good one yesterday, but yeah, it's gonna be on. It's gonna be on. If we and as soon as Cynics get released a little bit on the offensive side of the ball, bro, watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out. I ain't got a whole lot to say about Kingston. He said it. He doing his thing. It wasn't too good of a game yesterday, but it was solid. All the way around. Good team, man. Good team all the way around.
Yep. Well said. Appreciate it, OG. Slide. Nah, I do not watch mid major. You said the dude on Southern Illinois. His name is Quaron House. Okay, he could be a transfer next year. Okay, I'll remember that name. Hopefully, and we'll see. But if he does transfer next year, just remind me like, yo, this is the dude I was telling you about during the show that one time. That's everything that I wanted to talk about for college basketball today. I'm glad that I moved the show up an hour again. Again, I got a couple of appointments to get to today, and then still go to work. So we are going to be ending the show around 12:30 roughly. We still have enough time to at least be able to do the power rankings. Obviously, that's the biggest thing on Tuesdays. And if it's over, if it needs more time, then I'll just move it to playback and hit up Ari or Heaven Sent or DMAC or something and share the document with them and have them edit the document while we talking about the teams. Heading over to the NFL now. If you're on the YouTube side of things, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button on this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're on the Twitch side of things, your first time watching, make sure you all hit that follow button. Last night, we had a team where we just saw two mid quarterbacks go at it. I mean, it's really no other way to say it. We had two mid quarterbacks go at it. We had a combined 5 interceptions in this game from these two fellas. Prayers up to Panthers fans. Prayers up to 49ers fans. You are having a good year, 49ers. You are overcoming a lot of injuries. You were one of my biggest surprises to start this year earlier. But I don't know. Well, I know, but I don't know if you all believe, I'm talking directly to 49ers fans. I don't know if you all believe that Brock Purdy is a franchise quarterback. My brother Goods, I think he believes that. And I want to tap in. My sister Jada used to think that about Bryce. But reality kicked in for her earlier on in this season. So she don't think Bryce is the answer in Carolina no more. I can openly say that about her. Goods, though, I don't know his stance. But it needs to, I'm going to tap in with him today. And I'm like, yo, like, how you, matter of fact, sometimes when you going to get Goods thought, bro, you got to go to his Twitter sometimes. I ain't going to lie. Sometimes you got to go to Goods Twitter. Ain't his joint. Here it is. Let's see what he was tweeting about yesterday during the game. Wait, what? Hold on, wait. Hold on. Okay, y'all see what I'm saying? Like, okay, so we do know his stance. Get this nigga Brock Purdy off my team, bro. Like, now. All right, so I don't even need to talk to Goods no more. I think I know what Goods stands now. I don't want him to say he was over exaggerating. I think he means this. He typed now and then typed now. So I think he's out on Brock Purdy. So they're both out in their quarterbacks. I understand. So what is this nigga doing? I'm about to crash. Okay. He said that contract helps me sleep at night. I'm sorry I had to be you. Y'all got Sammy D and Demon J saying I got $53 million in quotation mark Brock Purdy. I'm out. Okay, so yeah, he's out. He's out on Brock Purdy. I'm not gonna get stuck on that point. Yeah, Bryce Young is way too small. Bryce Young threw one of the worst interceptions that I ever saw. I don't even know what Bryce Young was thinking. I'm gonna show y'all the clip. I could probably just type Bryce Young. I don't know what he was thinking, to be honest. But that's what comes with the size. Pause. That's what comes with the size. This is by far one of the worst throws you can see an NFL quarterback make. There's no other way around it. Like, I damn near would have knew probably not to make this throw. I'm that serious. Shaggy would have knew not to make this throw. Byron would have knew not to make this throw. TJ would have knew not to make this throw. Let's take a look. Panthers. I don't see how you assume this is open. As a quarterback, your job is to look at the defenders if you can see them. Make that very clear. You can see this guy. You see this guy. You see the 3 linebackers, I believe, and 1 safety. This might be a corner. This is a corner. This might be a corner as well. Lorenzo, that's my first initial thought as well. Let me slow this speed up. This just doesn't make sense to me. So you come out the play action. By the way, I don't agree with the play action call on first down. I don't think they had to do that. But this is the best down to do play action. I want to make that very clear. I guess. Well, technically, yeah, it is. But realistically, so you rolling out now here, right? You rolling out, and I'm moving up right here. So now you see that this corner did not come in. He didn't bite on nothing. Also, as the quarterback, you're supposed to see that. You're supposed to see this. If this is the guy you want to throw the ball to, look in his area. Excuse me. I don't think the linebacker impacted the throw anyway. This corner made a great play. A really easy play, to be honest. Yeah. What are you looking at? Nobody's even in his line. Nobody's in his sight. Nobody. So he can be able to see, y'all. I know he 5'5", but he should be able to see this right here. If you're looking at your tight end on this back end, if you're looking at this guy right here on this back end, how are you not assuming that he can go make a play on the ball? You have an offensive lineman. Now, granted, the offensive lineman wasn't blocking up anyway. The offensive lineman is blocking for him to throw. If the offensive lineman was running up, I think Bryce could have went up. But Bryce also didn't think to go up anyway. Look, Bryce didn't even think to go up. He's already throwing the ball right here. Look at all this green. He probably not going to make it. He probably wouldn't make it realistically. But look at all this green. I don't know how your mind thinks to let me load up and throw this ball right here when you see this guy right here, not on nobody, and he had all the time in the world to go make a play on this ball. It's in the back of the end zone. It's not a whole entire field. It's the back of the end zone. This is terrible. Carry on. What's good, gang? This is terrible. Easy play for him to make. Easy play.
He's got a man and he's picked.
I don't know, man.
By Jair Brown.
Shout out to Jair Brown. He had another pick yesterday too, which was a hold. It was a hold though, but yeah, man, that was a terrible throw. Outside of him though, man, Brock Purdy. I want to see if they can show. I need a compilation. Like I need all three of his. I need all three of his interceptions. I need all three of them, bro. I need. Like, who does Brock Purdy think he is? It's not even, and I'm not shitting on Bryce Young. It's not just Bryce Young. But who the fuck does Brock Purdy think he is to do this right here?
It's 3rd down and 6.
Step up in the pocket. Good move. I like that. 3rd down and 6.
Purdy. It's 3rd down and 6. Purdy. Down the middle for Pearson.
That's not even a good throw. Guys, I'm not a quarterback. I'm not a quarterback coach. I'm not an NFL coach. If you ever make this throw, it has to be towards the back of the end zone. It has to be up and above and towards the back of the end zone. It cannot be a line drive like that where the defender has the chance to maybe make a play. It got to be your wide receiver hands or nothing. So typically, this would be a high ball or towards the back of the end zone. If your wide receiver makes the jump play on it, he does. Most likely, he's probably not going to. It's
Purdy. Down
yeah,
the
Kittle,
middle
Kittle,
for
and that was my next call, D-Mac. Kittle. Wide open in the middle of the field. Wide open in the middle of the field. Again, I am not a quarterback. I am not a quarterback coach. If you ever make this throw, it cannot be a line drive like that. It has to be above towards the back of the end zone because you're in the middle of the field. If you're on the right side of the field or the left side of the field, you can try your back shoulders. You can try whatever you want to try. But if you are in the middle of the field, I got to change the font color. If you are in the middle of the field, you can never throw the ball like that. That's not even a jump ball 50-50. That's to the cornerback. This is to the corner.
It's 3rd down and 6. Purdy. Down the middle.
Look how that's no other words, bro. No other words. Where's the other interceptions there, bro? I'm good. Where's the other interceptions, bro? Where's the other interceptions, bro? Hold on. I'm good off that one. I can't even speak on that one. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Where's the third? Where's the interception? We're gonna find these. Jalen Hurts is better than Brock Purdy. Okay, I like. Okay. One J.C. Horn is a superstar. J.C. Horn is a star corner.
And this crap,
bro. I'm gonna leave Brock Purdy and what's the name alone. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave Brock Purdy and Bryce Young alone. Real quick. Yeah, J.C. Horn definitely made a great play on the first one that he threw. I think it was Tez that I was talking to about that one. He was like, Brock was supposed to throw that earlier, but J.C. made a great break on the ball.
JC didn't even respect his zone. He completely left his zone to undercut that ball. That's just, you really can't expect that.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even know he was up here. It was a good game.
What up, brother? Good morning.
Morning, brother. To the game, though. The rest of the game, I mean, it's Juan Jennings, first touchdown of the game. CMC is CMC, man. Another game where he does great for his fantasy owners and does great on the football field. 24 carries, 90 yards and a touchdown, 7 catches, 53 yards. The first drive, they threw him the ball like 5 times. Literally, first drive, he got the ball probably 7 or 8 times 9 times in that first drive alone. I always wondered. I don't know how CMC do it. Like I know his body be beat up. Like I know he be sore as hell. By 11 a.m. alarm going off. I know he be sore as hell. I don't know how CMC do it, bro, but he do it. He's a great running back. He's very versatile. He can catch up the backfield pretty well. He runs the ball pretty well for the most part. Now the rushing numbers, as far as the rushing yards aspect, is not there this season. He probably at like what now? 800. He's still gonna do a K plus, so it's still gonna be a decent season for CMC. Tween was good. A decent season for CMC. George Kittle, obviously coming to life with Brock Purdy. 6 catches, 78 yards, on 10 targets, and the offense is it's really going to go as far as Brock Purdy take them. They have the talent on the outside with or without Ayuk. Obviously, you still want more out of Ricky Pearsall. They're basically early second round pick last year last year, and he only had 2 catches for 6 yards. DeMarcus Robinson had a catch for 8 yards, but really outside of that, it was just George, Christian, and Juan that the ball was going to. And Brian Robinson, I'm gonna give him a shout out too. Formerly a starting running back for the Commanders for like 2-3 years. He had a good game backing up CMC yesterday, averaged 5.7 yards per carry with 7 carries of 40 yards. And on the Panther side of things, Ted had 1 or 2 bad drops. He had a nice a touchdown in the game, 2 catches, 35 yards. But they still got a lot that they need to work on, man. They got some ways to go. But them being at 6-6 through 12 games is a good start. They obviously abandoned the run, I would say. They only had 9 carries in this game between the 2 running backs for 54 yards. Probably could have ran the ball a little bit more, made life a little easier on Bryce Young. Bryce threw 2 interceptions, Brock threw for 3. I spoke to that, and that pretty much was the game. Rico Dowdle led them in rushing and receiving yards. That's sad. So, Panthers dropped to 6-6. 49ers dropped to 8-4. Shout out to Robert Saleh. Good to see him back on that sideline over there for the 49ers. And just really shout out to the 49ers, man. They're winning games. Without Nick Bosa, without Fred Warner, they got a lot of different guys that stepped up and make plays. Excuse me. A lot of different guys that step up and make plays. Jair Brown, 2 interceptions, 2 pass deflections. Yeah, two interceptions, 2 pass deflections. Decent game from him. Not too much you can say out of that. So, 49ers moved to 8-4. They have the Browns coming up next. We'll see how that game go. Don't want to play any predictions on that. And as far as the Panthers, they're 6-6, and they have, yikes, the Rams coming up next. So that's that. Let's see, 6-7.
That game in LA too, by the way, brother. They're gonna get the shit beat out of them.
Good. I need them to not win 9 games. So, and I think that's a possibility, actually. They got the Bucks.
What's the rest of the schedule after that?
That's in Carolina, not LA.
Oh, it's in Carolina.
It's not. I thought it was back-to-back LA home games. No,
it's in Carolina. I ain't even peeped that. But yeah, they got the same.
My
Bucks,
apologies.
Bucks. So
I think the one after that must be in LA. It must be home, away, home, if I remember. It's something like that where it's back-to-back home games. One of these slots.
I think Carolina finishes with like 8 wins.
I hope. Who do you think that second win come off? The Saints and who?
Yeah, I think it's Saints and I'll give them a split with the Bucks.
They gonna split with the Bucks.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they probably finish with 8. You want to add anything?
But yeah, they not getting a 9. They're not getting a 9.
I hope. Cause they're not gonna. You basically give them no chance to beat Seattle, right?
Nah, and they're not in LA.
Okay.
They're not sweeping. Or I guess I don't know if they would have technically swept the Saints, but they're not sweeping the Bucks.
All right. Did you want to add anything to the game yesterday?
And I actually do agree with your sentiments, more so about J.C. Horn. I don't think Bryce Young was an NFL quarterback, but so him throwing the interception, it doesn't necessarily surprise me. The thing you saw with Purdy is he's got to play with a lot of anticipation because he doesn't have the arm strength. And you just saw that he was late on a few different reads, and that was the big thing about it. He floated the Juwan Jennings one that Horn undercut, and Horn's just he's a long corner, and you can't float the ball over the middle of the field. The corners are too good. They'll undercut that, so he's got to be earlier and deliver a little bit more of a line drive strike if he wants to hit that dig on that first interception. And I think the second one, I mean, again, like you said, you got to locate that ball on the back line so only the wide receiver can get it because that post is open. He gets to step on him. But, I mean, he's running up. He really should just dump it off to Kittle right open over the middle of the field, to be honest, and let him run. He probably gets down to the 10-yard line, if not into the end zone, the way Kittle can go after the catch. But try to do too much on that play. And obviously leaves it inside. And then the third one, which I think you mentioned, honestly, awesome play by J.C. Horn. There's really no two ways around it because he reads it out right. In my opinion, he takes an extra hitch or two that he shouldn't. And if he doesn't take that hitch, he probably still can get that ball to Pearsall on the dig behind the linebackers. But J.C. Horn is not supposed to be there. He just completely abandons his assignment on the backside of the play because Kittle's chipping, and he comes in and intercepts that. So I still think Purdy's a solid quarterback. Like, I know obviously people get overreact to the 3 interceptions. The Panthers defense has been improved, and you got to tip your cap to that aspect of it. But it was a bad night for him. And if he's not on it as far as his reads are concerned, his anticipation, he doesn't have the arm strength to make up for those mistakes. And that's how you get a multi-interception game from him.
Yep. Well said. You spoke on all the interceptions. You spoke on you not believing Bryce Young was the NFL quarterback, and you stood your stance on that for some time. To be honest, and I'm glad Jada came to that reality of the situation and good. I saw his tweets, but I don't want him to pull out the what he be saying. He be overreacting when he tweets or over exaggerating tweets and things like that. So I do want to tap in with the Brock Purdy thing because
be emotional during games.
He goes back and forth every single week. It's like, which I'll be honest, I understand.
Crazy though, Ab. You had the nigga name in the search.
No,
I understand. No, he searched it earlier. Yeah, he searched it earlier.
I understand. That nigga had that shit ready.
Yeah.
I understand because I do rage through things, but generally speaking, there are things that I already have believed before the game starts. But Goods takes it to a different level. The way he goes back and forth every single game, man.
Yeah. Never mind. I see. Hold on, my bad. I'm talking to Jordan. I see what he's saying. All right. Shout out to the 49ers, man. 8-4. We want to see what them boys end up doing in the playoffs if they make it, which I believe they will. Let's just check real quick. Yeah, they will.
Yeah, they're in the 7th spot.
Yeah,
it's them, Green Bay, and the Lions for that last spot. It feels like.
Yeah.
According to some people, the Cowboys fight.
Wow, bro. The Lions, the Niners, or the Packers are not going to make the playoffs. That's crazy.
Well, there's still there's still a chance. Bears. The Bears. Yeah, the Bears are still in jeopardy too. So one of those 4 teams is not going to make the playoffs.
The Bears, and I'm not going to say spoiling, but surprising and making the playoffs and keeping one of those 3 teams out would be insane. Like, that would be insane. Well, if 49ers not making the playoffs, not that insane, but I do think they're.
Yeah, in some respects, yeah. Because they don't have Bosa, they don't have Warner.
They'll probably finish with like 11. Actually, how many games?
They're probably going to finish with 10. They're 8-4. They got the Browns,
because they'll
Titans,
lose
Colts,
to Cleveland.
Bears.
They play bad. They play bad against Cleveland. I don't know why, but they don't play good. So they'll probably beat. Probably 9.
If I had to guess, I think they beat Browns and Titans. They might lose to the Colts. I think they're gonna lose to that Seahawks game, and then I don't know how that Bears game gonna go. This is a big game.
I think they It depends on if what's Seattle fighting for at that point though, because that's week 18.
Well, I think that Seattle has a schedule that'll keep them in the fray with you guys, so that they'll be fighting.
Well, no, I'm saying if they lose to us the second time, I don't see them playing that week, like having their starters out there week 18.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair thing to point out because I do, as of right now, I have you guys losing that game, but still winning the division. By just how the tiebreakers will roll out, but it's a fair point to say for sure.
Vikings, Falcons, Colts, Rams, Panthers, Niners, and I did not mean to click them. I meant to click the Rams. Who y'all remaining, T? If you know, top of your head.
Top of my head, Cardinals twice is in there. Panthers is in there.
They got the Lions at home. They got to go to Seattle. They got to go to the Falcons.
That's the third. That's the other one I forgot about because we got Cardinals twice, Lions, Seahawks, Falcons, Panthers.
Y'all winning this division, bro. Yeah, it's no. Yeah, y'all got the Falcons, the Cardinals, the Panthers, and the Cardinals twice.
I mean, the Cardinals shit. As much as it's like, we just stamped to beat them. I'm not gonna lie. Last year when they beat, I didn't give a fuck. It was 11 starters out. They beat the fuck out of us, and I didn't go into that game expecting that.
Fairs. All right. Let me speed it up.
They probably get week 18 though, Ev. So I think we sit starters. So that's probably a split anyway.
All right.
Well, I think that the Week 16 game will determine if you probably, if I guess theoretically, if both of you guys are sitting in Week 18 from that perspective.
Yeah.
All right. To take it
Best division of
to
football.
the F&S Fantasy Football League again. Shout out to the Niners moving 8-4 and the Panthers sitting at 6-6. Quickly going to head into the league real quick while we have roughly an hour or so to do the power rankings. If the power rankings need to continue on playback, they will. And again, I got some appointments to head to, so that's why I am ending early today. Happy early Thanksgiving to anybody as well. Thursday, hopefully y'all eat well. Hopefully y'all enjoy yourselves. Do not forget, if you drop your plate in the Discord, that's the Discord, with Discord and or community. In the community, you have a chance to potentially win $50. Keep that in mind. Production over names, man. This is probably my favorite name. I think I might keep this name forever, to be honest. It used to be Fantasy Guru, but I suck. So I just keep my other name as Guru. But I'm washed up. I ain't win a ring in, shit, I don't know, like 5 years probably. I don't know. Went to championship 3 years ago. Couple of playoff appearances, but a couple of misses, and it is what it is. This year, I'm hoping I make the playoffs, because if you make the playoffs, anything can happen. But production over names is my favorite name, probably going forward. And, you know, I went against someone this past week, and y'all heard me say it in here multiple times throughout the year. You know, I had one of the top teams in this league. That's Jordan Woods, him Process, D-Mac Shaggy, and now even up and coming Z-Farm, to be honest. So all the teams that I truly think are better than my team. But on any given week, my team can probably have performances like this. And mainly because that's Jameer Gibbs. Like, you're not going to see a 55-point game again. That ain't going to happen. But, nigga, I needed all 55 of them points. Trust. So, Jameer Gibbs, shout out to you. We all know how we did our draft. We did our draft with, like, the little spin thingy, the wheel. And I highlighted number 3, nigga. Nigga, all I wanted was number 3. I knew Bijan and Chase probably going to be 1 and 2. I wanted pick 3, and I wanted Jameer Gibbs. I try to get him every single year, but last year, cough, my opponent this week traded for him before I could trade for him, and once he got him, I was never going to get him. But it is what it is. I had him in rookie year, had him year 3. I'm going to be having him year 4. Well, last year I had him in Swiper League, so it sort of kind of canceled out. So yeah, I had him every single year. Year 4, did I? I think I did. Year 4, yeah, I did. Year 4, I'm probably going to have him again in one of my leagues. But this matchup right here, 144-87 over Jordan Woods. We are now 7-5. We are getting closer to making the playoffs. If I win one of these last 2 weeks, I'm in. It's just that simple. If I win one of these last 2 weeks, I'm in, unless somebody log into my account and bench all my starters and Process passes me in PF or something like that. That's the only thing that can happen, literally. But if I lose one of these last 2 weeks, I'm in. And speaking to this matchup now, on his side first, he had Jamar Chase suspended. I'm not gonna speak on his team. I think he's up here. Yeah, he's up here. I'm not gonna speak on his team. Jamar Chase suspended, but for me, a couple of duds, I would call it. You know, Stephon Diggs be here and there. Goddard, my last time starting him over Jake. I don't know why I keep doing it. 2 weeks in a row I did it. I'm going Jake back now. But Chase Brown, I mean, the jokes write themselves. Week 1 through 4, a lot of laughs. And ever since then, not ever since then, but excuse me, week 7 on down, 12, 25, 19, 18, 15. His last, what's that, 3-5. His last 3 weeks, he's roughly probably averaging about 17, 18 fantasy points per game. That's up there with some of the better running backs. Obviously, you're not with the Jonathan Taylors or your Jameer Gibbs or your CMCs of the world, but he's in that next crop. And that was my vision for me drafting him in the second round. Ideally, Joe Burrow's back this Thursday. They play against my Ravens, so that's a love-hate thing because I now have Chase Brown and Burrow. Do I want to start them both on Thursday? I don't know. How is it going to be for me watching that game, but also hoping that these guys have phenomenal weeks as well? It's a little weird. Probably the worst thing about fantasy football. especially when you have somebody that's on a team that's in your division and then you got to watch your team play against them. So I'm actively rooting for Chase Brown to get to the end zone. I'm actively rooting for Joe Burrow to probably throw 2 to 3 touchdowns. I don't know. Or I can just go Bo Nix. A couple of decisions I'm going to do who got the Commanders. But Chase Brown, 15 points. The Rams, I targeted 2 defenses. Really 3. I dropped the Browns defense.
You're not going to start Brock Purdy versus the Browns?
I'm cool on Brock Purdy. He might never see my lineup again.
Okay.
Yeah, he might.
Okay.
He might never see my lineup again, but I don't know if I can drop him though. I probably can't drop him because say hypothetically the Ravens beat the Bengals this year, I cannot confidently say that Burrow played the rest of the season. Like I don't know. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. I might just hold Brock since I lost Jaden Daniels, who's probably gonna be ended up playing the season again for no reason in my opinion, but same from Joe Burrow. But yeah, man, I targeted 2 defenses, the Rams and the Falcons. I even had the Browns defense at a point too. I had 3 top really good defenses, and the Rams and the Falcons show on a week-to-week basis, or not last week for the Falcons, but for the most part, I think they're both ranked within the top 10. They should be 7. Yeah, I mean for the most part, they show why they have a lot of young defensive talent. They have a lot of young talent on that defensive side of the ball for both of those teams. And the Rams gave me 20 freaking points and strapped the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tyler Loop, top 10 fantasy kicker, 11 points. Third straight week having 10 or more points. Chris Olave. And I think he's in here. You say he in here. When the trade happened, with Shaheed going to so-and-so and Tyler coming in as a starter, Shaggy going to talk about something, oh yeah, I'm monitoring Olave. I'm like, bro, there's nothing to monitor. That is the only option over there. That guy is still going to get the ball and can't nobody do nothing about it. And Chris Olave is probably my favorite draft pick on my team so far this season because how well he's been performing for me. If you look at his box score, nothing short of consistency. He had 2 weeks under 10 points. Nothing short of consistency for Chris Olave this year. 16 points last Sunday against the Falcons. 9 catches, 70 yards. Only bad thing about him was the touchdowns, but the targets are always going to be there. The receptions are going to be there. The yards around 50 to 70 is going to be there for the most part. So shout out to Olave. I didn't mean to say trade, Shaggy. I meant the Tyler Show starting quarterback thing. I'm glad to see you in here. 16 out of him. Rico Dotto, a little 11. He'll run the ball more next week, I think. He'll run the ball more next week. To my bench, just briefly, Shakir 17, Jake 11, and not much to say there. BTJ is expected to play this week, so that's good for my team. Nothing short of consistent, thank you. BTJ is expected to play this week, so that's really good for my team, and I have options to do what I want to do as far as BTJ, Olave, or Diggs, right? Yeah, that's that. So, great win for me. I needed a win like this, especially outscoring him like that because of the points force. It's going to come down to me in process and maybe even me and others. So we'll see what happens. But Jordan Wood fell to 6-6. Anything you want to speak on as far as your team in this week or also going forward?
Really? Made a trade. It didn't work out this week, but it was more so for if I make the playoffs with the Nico shit. Looks good on paper, but gotta perform. Like players have to perform. So I can't do much about Jamar getting suspended, and I can't do much about good players underperforming in good situations. So that's really it. I mean, Kyron had game script shit. They were blowing him the fuck out, so he didn't have to do much. Jamar was suspended. Mahomes, another dud. He didn't have the worst game, but still not throwing a touchdown in a while. So yeah, defense and kicker didn't really give me much. So yeah, just gotta show up. They show up, and they'll be fine, I think. AF swept me this year. I think he's in the so early today to go to the parade, I guess. They're gonna hang the banner later as well. So everybody tune in for that. But yeah, hopefully we make the playoffs and we have a chance. Just gotta win one of these next 2 games.
You just reminded me of a sweep. Where is Rye? Rye owe me money. I forgot all about that. Rye owe me money. I'm looking for Rye today. Rye owe me money. I definitely forgot about that.
I made the record bet. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the record bet. Thank you. But speaking of the sweep, yes, shout out to my brother, Shaggy 410. We swept the Detroit boys this year. If you know, you know this is very personal for us. Very personal for us. They made a trade this year that I just did not understand. Now, granted, things happen anyway regardless. But when that trade happened, me and my brother Shaggy got mad. So we put belt to ass this year. It's no parade, but I do take pride in being Jordan because I respect Jordan, and Jordan was somebody that I scouted. I feel like I scout people. Jordan was somebody that I scouted to join the league last year because of how good he was in Swiper League. That's why I got him into the league last year. He ended up winning the league last year, his first year in. So, shout out to Jordan. So, sweeping him this year, that's major to me. And I know it's not job not done, job not finished. Shout out to Kobe.
It does mean so. Especially for playoffs, it's important.
Say it again.
No, for the playoffs, it's important.
Why?
Because we're both. No, I'm saying because we're both contended for a playoff spot.
Yeah. For real. I thought you said it was 3 of them, Shaggy. 2 Jordan for me, 1 Ride. 2 Ride, you 1 Jordan, I think. I think that's how it went. But yeah, man, shout out to my team. Speaking of Ryan Shaggy, actually, funny enough, Ride, the talent was there, man. I think he just had bad, dumb issues with that Seattle backfield, so it forced him to have to do this. As far as starting both of them on most weeks for him, and obviously he lost neighbors. J-Mo laid in a complete egg with 0 points. But man, I mean, I told him draft night, great pick. I wanted George. George was a name that if I wasn't sharing my screen, he would have been in my queue 100%. And it slipped me to get him. Where did he get George at again? Probably around 5. Yeah, he got George when I got Zay Flowers. So never mind. I think that's when I got Zay. But either way, I wanted George Pickens this year, but I could not. Obviously, I wanted Zay because I'm a Ravens fan and whatnot. But 30 points for George Pickens. Trey McBride been hooping as well. Ted had 11. Jake Bates had 12. He lost 126 to 150. It's hard to win weeks when your opponent just scores 150, bro. It's really just that simple. Nothing bad for Ride this week, honestly. It's really just Shaggy scoring 150 points. Matthew having 22. Henry having 23. St. Brown having 30. This trade still make me mad, but either way, Adam been balling too. Watson having 10. Otten 6. ETN 20. Browns defense 17. Jake Myers 13. And a really good team from Shaggy, man. You know, funny enough, me and Shaggy played this week, so yeah, man. Looking forward to it. Next, you got BJ who clinched a playoff berth. Shout out to BJ. Oh dang, my soundboard coming through my computer. Hold on. My bad, I was live on TikTok. I switched it. All right, there we go. Hold on. BJ clinched the playoff berth. BJ is 9-3. But y'all know when somebody like, y'all know like the Atlanta Hawks with Jeff T, Kyle Korver, Al Horford. Y'all know like the give me some more examples, y'all, of teams that's just good in the regular season, but you don't expect them to be on shit in the playoffs.
Clippers.
The Clippers.
Any year.
What year?
Any year.
Okay, yeah, the Clippers. Any. The Clippers of the Vikings last year. Teams like
calling his team the Vikings is crazy. Fool.
Teams like that. And
Ravens
again,
type shit.
Somebody said the Ravens. Cool, Jay. And again, I could be wrong, but as the host, my job was to talk and entertain. I will be stunned. The Utah Jazz. Yes, 21 Utah Jazz. I will be stunned if BJ wins it all this year. And I'm saying this when he's 9-3. I'll be stunned. Don't get me wrong. He has
who is other receivers at the bottom? I can't see.
Nothing to worry about.
You scroll down.
Chris Godwin, Jaden Higgins,
nobody.
He made a big Godwin trade last week. We start him this week.
Yeah. Josh Jacobs should be coming back this week. AK is out now, I believe, so he's probably going to go with 3 wide receivers. I'm assuming, yeah, like Godwin. I don't know, bro. It's nasty. Maybe Debo, Godwin, and I don't know what he's going to do, but we're going to see. BJ all in all got the window, 127 to 97. Op needed a better week out of nobody. Yeah, really. He didn't have Drake London. Josh Allen laid an egg. Yeah. So I guess shout out to BJ moving to 9-3. Op dropped to 4-8. Next we have Fredo, I'm sorry. Speaking of Op though, Op just lost, and it's pretty much damn near realistically probably ended his playoff hopes. He was on a 3-game winning streak. He can win the last 2 weeks and go 7-7, but I don't think 7-7 gets you in. I think 8-6 stamps, well, not stamp you, but makes it a real reality for you to make the playoffs. 7-7 is just too tough. Like you would need Jordan to lose twice probably, me to lose my last 2 to eliminate Jordan, Process to lose his last 2. So Jordan and Process got to lose their last 2 for Op to have a chance, and he got to win his last 2. Because I'm 7-5. Yeah, Jordan and Process have 6. Z-Farm and me have 5. So if me and Z-Farm hypothetically finish 7-7, and Jordan Process go 6-8 and Op go 7-7, then he makes the playoffs. Now that's a lot of scenarios. I don't know if that's realistic, but that's the only way Op makes the playoffs. He got to win out. Jordan Process got to lose out, and then me and Z Farm. It don't really matter what me and Z Farm do. Well, I guess it can help him, but yeah, he need all of that, y'all. He needs all of that to make the playoffs, but he still got a chance technically. He put up 130 points. On any other given week, you can probably win. Yeah, the Cavs. On any other week, you can probably win. Ashton Genty, 24. Dak, 27. Travion, 11. Worthy, 10. Pittman, 14. Brock, 11. Javante, 12. Kicker, 13. This is a good week. Honestly, this is a good week. Even and to lose, though, with Lamar having 7 and Woody having 8, you JSN and Wan'Dale Robinson. Shout out to Z Farm, bro. Wan'Dale Robinson started in his flex and put up a 30 ball. Wan'Dale Robinson is the reason why he just beat Op. He put up a 30 ball. I'm pretty sure that's his fantasy career high, bro. He put up a 30 ball. So shout out to Wan'Dale Robinson. Shout out to Z-Farm for having the balls to start him. And moving to 7-5, man. Z-Farm won like 5 out of his last 6 matchups. So took over West team and he's balling. He's hooping. And JSN gave him a 37 ball as well. So yeah, man, he made a trade. I think this trade with the Juckins with the Nico Collins. Is that it? Yeah. Juckins and Woody for Hunt and Nico. Good trade for both of those fellas. Juckins had 16, and then he started Woody as well. Or Woody, I'm sorry. And that's that. Z-Farm 7-5, Op 5-7. Next. I spent a lot of time talking about this game, his team yesterday. So I'm going to give D-Mac the floor first real quick. D-Mac beat Process 126-61. Y'all heard that right. 61. I said 61. 126-61. D-Mac, I think you doubled. You doubled, right? Yeah, you doubled.
I did double them up. I think this is the second time this year that I've doubled somebody up. I beat somebody else by 100.
I think it was Miles.
But yeah, it might have been Miles. But look, it wasn't the prettiest week, I'll say. Just based on how things, ended up going. Could have been better from a few people as far as some performances are concerned. But ultimately, anytime you get a win this late in the season, you're happy to get that. Jones was fine under his projection, but I knew that it may be a little bit of a tough day versus how things might stack up. CMC did his thing. Rashid did his thing. Puka, even though I guess below his projection, he was good still. Warren was solid. Juwan has been steadying for my tight end position as well. So I got a strong 4, and a solid 5 with him. And even though T goes out with the concussion, it's not the end of the world. So it's going to be interesting for what the flex position is going to look like kind of moving forward. The T, hopefully the concussion is only a 1 week absence, so I have him back. But I got some other options as far as that's concerned. And hopefully, especially within the next week, I'll have Trey Benson to insert back into my lineup because CMC will be back or will be out week 14 for their bye week. So I'm going to need another running back to throw in there, even though theoretically I could start Gainwell and Warren at this point. But I don't necessarily want to do that if I don't have to. So, team is in a solid enough spot. We're just trying to stay healthy and move into the playoffs.
Yeah, man. I mean, I know fantasy football is just players performing in real life, but my goodness, bro. Like, I'm praying if I make the playoffs, I don't see this team right here. I don't want to see CMC, Puka, and Rice in 1 week, bro. I just don't want to. Like, it's CMC is literally the reason why I just lost in every league yesterday. Jaja beaten by 6 points because CMC. Literally. And Jordan Love leading the egg for me. So I have a long shot making the playoffs in the league. I'm probably not making it. It is what it is. But, yeah, man. I mean, this team right here, dog. With Joe Burrow coming back, I know T is out, but, man. DJ probably not going to replicate this right here, but, I mean, you never know. I don't know. This is tough.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough matchup next week. They got the Eagles, so I don't know if I'm gonna throw him in there either. So, but we'll see. I'm more so a little bit upset. I had 2 kind of dud performances versus Op and Fredo, and those are kind of the ones that are gonna make it difficult for me to get into the bye. I still got a pathway to get it. I need you to win next week and BJ to lose in week 14, and obviously me to win the next few games, but. Just we're gonna see. And if I don't have the bye, then it is what it is. I'll go into the first round and move on to the next one.
On the other side, I mean, out pack in the air. Like, I'm fried on my mind. I'm high out my mind. I'm taking a shot to this today. Process got the shit beat out of him, and I couldn't be happy enough. Me and Process is in a battle for the division, y'all. So whoever wins our division, I'm just show y'all on the screen real quick. Don't think I'm hating on Process. Whoever wins our division get the bye. The bye is very, very key, especially in this league, I will say, because a lot of good teams that people that can win. So right now I have the bye with BJ, and I don't really care about who I would play in this match week because it really wouldn't matter, to be honest. Anybody can win, but out of all these teams, I don't even have a preference, honestly. But anyways, here nor there. Whoever wins the division between me and Process gets the bye. So that's why I was hoping Process lost, especially him only putting up 61 points, because now I'm smashing my points forced. If me and Process finish with the same record, y'all, if anybody don't know, if we're, say hypothetically we both finish 8-6, and I have the PF over him, that's points forced. That's how many points or how much points your team is scoring this whole entire season. So every single week up until this point now, I have 1,413 points. Process has 1,330 points. What's that? Quick math, 87. Did I do that good? No, I think I'm off. I think I'm right. No, 83. Sorry. 83? Yeah, I think I'm right. 83. My bad. It's quick math. Yeah, 83. So, yeah, man, I mean, he gonna need me to have a week like this, and I don't know if I'm gonna have a week like how he just had, to be honest, because my team is rolling at the right time. It's like I talk to my guys in the locker room, and they just playing good football, man, to be honest. And I'm just hoping that they keep it up, and because I'll be surprised if I have a 60-point week like that. That's tough. But to this last matchup, or not last, on Process side, 61 points. I think he did a lot of mismanaging, and I think Shaggy said that to me yesterday too. Well, we talked about it yesterday too as well. But yeah, I think he did a lot of mismanaging. I think he overthought some things, 100%. But bad Baker week for him. I can't even say bad at Mecca week because he's been trending this direction now for the last month. This is what Jettas is realistically at this point, y'all. So I can't even say bad Jettas week either. No shade, by the way. I'm just being realistic. I mean, Jettas, he had to have a 20-point week since week 4, 19 since week 5, and after that 12, 14, 16, but 7, 11, 8. Sort of kind of around the time JJ McCarthy came back. Mark Andrews had a big week last week. Obviously, he's not consistent in that aspect from a tight end perspective right now. But he was trending in the right direction, having 10 or more in 3 straight weeks. But he just laid up, it's just the way the Ravens offense is, bro. It's like, you really don't know outside of Zay Flowers. Excuse me, y'all. You don't know outside of Zay Flowers. So, still a good team. He will have Ladd and Bucky back next week. That is 2 really great enforcers, or reinforcements, I would say. And, yeah, man, he has to win. He has to win out pretty much, damn near, or hope Jordan or Z Farm lose out. I don't know. Wait, does he even have points forced? Is he close to points forced on Jordan or Z Farm?
I gotta say, it is very funny. For however it happened, but you two being the two in that other division, because y'all keep going back and forth. It's hilarious. Click on the PF. Click on the PF.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to get that way.
Bro, he's fucked. Like, he got to
win the next 2 weeks and hope you lose the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
Because he's not winning that tiebreaker. And I don't think he's going to win a tiebreaker over really anybody.
Yep, me neither. Yep. If he don't win PF, if I don't lose the next 2 weeks, he got to shoot the division, honestly. I don't know if he's going to get the PF. Anything is possible, like Jordan said, but I don't know if he's going to get the PF. He got to shoot for the division. Hopefully I lose the next 2 weeks. And I got Shaggy and Lil. And this week will pencil me making the playoffs stamped. So I'm praying that I win. Shaggy, do your brother a solid.
I hope you do too, brother.
Shaggy, do your brother a solid, man. Like, actually put your guys on the bench or something. Like, I don't know. Thank you, D-Back. I'm going to try to take your minutes for you. Week 12, last but not least, we had, who was this last matchup anyway? Oh, this was the most, did not matter matchup. And I think I told you that already last week. Op versus Low for whatever it's worth. I guess Op versus Low versus Miles. I guess they plan for whoever gets moved out the league. Oh shit, Miles. He just came up here right at the time. I guess the matchup was for whoever gets moved out of the league. I think Miles at the bottom right now. We'll see what happens, my brother.
Man, that shit been over with, man. It was fun playing fantasy with you niggas, bro.
Damn.
Man, that shit cooked, nigga. Every week it's an injury, bro. That shit over with. It was cool. You feel me? I'll take a year off for that shit. I ain't doing that shit with them other niggas, bro. Hell nah. I got too much respect for myself. I'll take a year off for that shit.
What you mean you got too much respect for yourself?
I'm not doing that shit with them niggas. No.
You saying that?
Miles, you gotta
Yes,
earn your
I
way
am
back
saying
in though, brother.
I am saying
This is
that. I'm cool.
relegation.
I'm
This is
cool.
relegation. You gotta earn your
You
way.
saying that?
I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. Nope. Nope. I'm cool.
What's up, Heaven
Crazy. That's crazy.
Hey, Mal, that's crazy coming
That's
from you,
crazy.
though.
I got
man.
too much respect for myself.
Crazy.
But
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not crazy. Hell nah. No, it's not. Hell nah. I'm not doing that shit with them niggas because I'm cool.
I got too much respect for myself. It's crazy,
I'm
bro.
cool, bro. I ain't doing
I'm
that shit.
crying.
But no, I ain't gonna. But no, if to like speak to the matchup though, bro. That shit was just some bad luck all over again, nigga. Because how the fuck Jordan Addison getting a nigga 0? I pick up the Yoshi nigga. He get like, I think like 9, 10. I want to say, and the Ramondre Stevenson don't do shit. But Michael Wilson looked good. Michael Wilson looked good again. Devontae Adams turned up again. The Sam Laporta injury fucked up the team because that was like the last one of the good players I had. I think Omarion Hampton about to come back, but that shit really don't mean nothing no more for real. But I think he come back this week after they bye week. That's what Jim Harbaugh said. But other than that, bro, that shit super cooked. Nigga, the injury bug and bad luck been kicked my ass from week 1.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know if you should. I don't know if you should take a year off, man. Because I feel like people improve year in and year out.
Man, I'm cool.
And I feel like going into that league will actually be good for you.
Nope. I'm straight.
All right.
If it ain't with the guys, I don't want to do it.
Should you be with the guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
You said yeah. Nah, shout out to my dog Miles, man. Another owner that did a lot of mismanaging and things like that. It is what it is. As far as Low, yeah, I don't really care. I'm happy he's not making the playoffs. Simple put. I don't got nothing to say there. Next, we are going.
Low had a revival. He just couldn't pull it through.
If somebody join y'all leagues, you gotta join at the lower league and win to get into the top league.
Well, this was the first.
Yeah, this is like English Premier League. We got a one league
Right,
and we got
yeah.
a second league. Yeah, you get relegation if you're at the bottom.
Yeah, this was the first year I made.
So just the one person at the bottom, or several people at the bottom.
I should have did what West did. I should have left.
Mainly one.
Okay.
But this is my first year. This is my first year doing the second league and doing it like that. Because you know the community, they were like, well, basically the community wanted another league, so I made another league and I made it like, okay, whoever wins that league, you replace the worst record in the main league. So that's how we doing it.
I like that. No,
Yeah.
I like that.
Me too.
That's a great idea.
Me too.
I should have did what West did and just left.
Miles, you can't punk out, bro. That's punking out.
No, it ain't. Shit,
You punking out, bro. You punking out.
Miss Gina,
Yo, this Miss Gina telling you punking out, bro.
Only reason I say that, Miss Gina, because I know for a fact next year West getting back in the league. So I should have left the league.
In what league?
Nigga, this one. Stop playing. You know damn well you gonna put West in this shit next year, bro. Because I play with his ass, bro.
Who he replacing?
Come on now.
What you talking about? I'm confused. Y'all know something I don't know? Bro,
All right.
the only person that's come into this league is the person that went to second league, bro. That's it. I don't know what you talking. I don't know what you talking about.
So next year you gonna tell West hell nah.
He not even going to ask. That's Z from spot, bro. What are you talking about? He chose to leave. Oh, Process is allegedly leaving too. So.
Oh, Process? Why Process leaving?
Because he's a pussy.
Damn, bro.
Okay,
Hold on, niggas was gassing up Process team all season. Now he leaving?
He about to come in here cursing if you started it.
Damn, T, my nigga, what's the word?
The word,
Somebody just subbed on YouTube, I think. If so, let me check.
Damn, Process leaving?
So that's what that sound is.
Hey,
Thank
leaving too,
you so much for subbing on
Leaving
YouTube. Truly, thank you.
Thank
you.
Man. I ain't got no choice, T.
Damn.
Gang sound got no choice. Technically, you do.
Like, I ain't doing that shit with no other nigga. I'm
Which
straight,
gang,
bro.
all you gotta do is win your last 2 weeks and hope that Fredo
Hey,
or
nigga,
Rad,
bro,
hope
bro,
Fredo
bro,
or
bro,
Rad
bro.
lose,
I ain't
gang.
gonna lie to you. I got the worst look I've ever seen in fantasy in my life, gang. No cap.
I don't know if it's luck big, bro.
Nah, most of that, some of that was roster mismanagement. I mean, artists, some of that other shit do be like damn.
It's like this, bro.
Hey, D-Back, are you got the power rankings thing? Are you in the
Yeah, I
document
do.
on that? All right, cool. I was gonna ask.
What's the buy-in for this league?
The main one is 50. The second one was 25.
Okay, that's not bad at all.
I think you got like Swiper coming to the second one next year. OG, you can even come into the second one next year, man. You got to work your way up, OG, man.
Hey, yeah, have you changed your
Hey,
perspective on who you thought the best team was?
if I win the second league again, the first league, can I stay in the second league if OG in there? That's a nigga I purposely just want to beat.
Nah, but
Nigga said I just want to stay
Swiper
there
coming to
just
the
for
second
him.
one next year. I got to kick out Pete Kazi, my man Kendall. They both are terrible. And I'm moving FBI agent too. So that's 3 spots for the second league. But we'll talk about that next July, August.
Look at this record. My nigga said process team
Well,
was the
quick
best.
question, Ab. Quick question. What's this rule? It sounds like you got a lot of rules around trading. What was
Yeah,
the?
so and I don't want to stay on this too long because I do want to get to power rankings. Only because I got to leave in 50 minutes.
Yeah. We want to
And
get
if
the power ranking.
And again, one more announcement, y'all. If we do not finish the 15 and 50 minutes, which is probably not realistic, it's going to move over to playback, and then I'm going to ask DMAC, Ari, or Heaven Sent to share their screen for you all, or I can leave my screen shared and they can edit the document as well while my screen is being shared. So keep just different things like that. But I'm hungry. DMAC, does that work for you, by the way?
I have to like 1, and then I got to be on the move as a warning. So it may need to be Ari if it's past them.
Let me check up Ari here. Heaven Sent, I don't know if you got the document yet. Let me check up Ari. Ari, are you good for that? If not, Heaven Sent, what about Heaven Sent? Are you good for that? Tell me some big bro. You older than me. Are one of y'all ladies good for that? Please. You don't even gotta share your screen. You can just edit the document. I can share my screen. I can leave my computer on. You can just type in the document. That's it. I am good. You're good for that, okay. 2 things. Miles, your first response.
Yes, sir.
Have I changed my perspective on who I think the best team is? No.
Yeah.
My best team.
The thing about it was when we were talking about process team, that was more immediately after the draft because he drafted so well.
Yes.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, and then when he made that
I'm
trade,
just going off like records
and
and
then he made a
shit.
trade with no, hell no. I think, like I said, I think BJ the Hawks. I think BJ is like the 2020-21 Grizzlies. Good team, we ain't gonna be shit. No, I'm not trying to be funny, man. I'm not trying to be funny, man. I swear I'm not trying to be funny. But that's how I view BJ team. Like,
nigga, why he down? Why don't you?
I viewed him like the Vikings last year. So I don't think BJ is the best team because he got the best record. My top 2 was always Jordan Woods and Process. Process drafted probably not even just Process. No, yeah, Process drafted the best. 100%. I can openly say that Process or Shaggy drafted the best, and I probably lean Process. And then Process made a trade where he got off like Krosky Merritt. What was that trade? Was that the Jettas trade? I think it was Krosky Merritt.
Yeah, that was a Jetta. That was a Jetta thing. It was Jetta's Krosky, Krosky Merritt for. I forgot who. Who forgot who I sent that nigga? I can't remember.
Let me see. Yeah, but either way, I always felt like it was Jordan Woods and Process, and Jordan Woods did something great too. Let me see. Harrison Krosky, Swift. So Swift and Jettas. That's a great trade for Process. Good trade overall for both of you all. But Jordan Woods, on the other hand, great GMing skills too. This nigga took Tony Pollard and Matthew Golden, who ain't play a fucking down yet, ain't do shit yet, all off a hyping name, and got Kenneth Walker out of that. Then took Kenneth Walker and said, hey, Rye, I will give you your handcuff. Let me get Bucky Irvin. Mind you, Kenneth Walker went round 4. Bucky went round 5, sec 2. And we know who Bucky to be. Obviously, he got hurt. We cannot predict that. Took Kenneth Walker and got Bucky Irvin. Then after that, murder she wrote. Anything he wanted to do, he could do it. Literally, because his team was just that good. He drafted Warren. He drafted Chase. He drafted Rome, who was popping. He drafted DK. He drafted Kyron. And then after that, he would maybe make shit shake with like Lamar and Mahomes and Garrett Wilson and shit like that. So, yeah, man, they always had the 2 best teams to me, to be honest. Great GM and know that they did.
Garrett Wilson. I forgot Garrett Wilson was on my team, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
No glazing.
He got too many niggas, bro.
I'm not glazing.
On my team.
And me thinking that them 2 are the 2 best teams, I'm cool on Process team now because it's strictly from a hate perspective. Like, that does not mean that D-Mac or Shaggy was far apart or far away. D-Mac team was fucking ridiculous. Like, once he got
Joe Burrow
I
just
mean,
stepped up his team. I ain't gonna lie for the time being.
yeah, but Daniel Jones came in and subbed, and it was a good substitute teacher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then Shaggy, like
I
Jonathan
forgot what
Taylor,
the injury D-Mac had.
Jonathan Taylor just having a crazy ass year, bro. And then when you get St. Brown, that's like a cherry on top. Like, don't get me wrong, Adams is still hooping, but St. Brown is like, nigga, that's like a cherry on top, nigga. It's more likely not.
I'm not even wrong.
It's more likely that
I'm not
St.
gonna
Brown.
lie.
St. Brown ain't really been doing he ain't been doing shit how
Adams?
Devontae Adams has though.
Okay.
Like since the trade, since me and him made that swap,
Mm.
from what I've seen, Devontae Adams been going crazy.
Okay. But
I still think
go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Like,
No, go ahead.
I'm taking it to something else.
I was gonna. Okay, yeah, no, I mean, I still think Woods has the most dangerous team. You just look, where he gets started, and you got really depth behind him. It's pretty impressive what he put together. Z Farm team is kind of sneaky. The tight end's a little iffy, but he's got a really strong
Bro,
squad.
if
too.
y'all don't stop
He's
calling his
really
team sneaky, bro, look at his team. That is
Come on,
Yeah,
Z14 team straight.
Nothing sneaky about his team.
Yeah, Z Farm got a damn good team. But yeah, I mean, Shaggy's team is awesome too.
It's a lot of options. If I ain't lose Scat, I was winning it all. Cap, humble up.
Bro, you still want to bro.
I'm about to, I make.
But Shaggy got 3 niggas who can give him a good 20, bro.
I mean, in theory, he can't even start Scat right now because he's got 3 running backs.
He got too many niggas.
I'm gonna make a shirt. And somebody remind me. Somebody come up. I'm gonna make a shirt. And I'm gonna say "humble up."
Humble up.
You're not making that shirt for real, bro. You cap.
Right here on the wall, and it's for all y'all.
You so
humble
cap.
up. Humble up.
You ain't gonna make that, bro. You ain't gonna make that shit.
Humble up shirt. I'm crying.
Production over names.
Some people been humble since week 1, bro.
Production over names till I die. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you should make that shirt.
No, and maybe, and I'm not trolling y'all. I'm just the host. Maybe this can have a nice story to it though. Like, I was never viewed as a top 5 team, top 4 team. Why should I not win it all?
Oh God, D-Mac, but he not trolling though, D-Mac.
I never came here and said, "Man, my team the fucking best. Fuck y'all, I'm gonna win this show." I ain't do none of that this year. I kept it honest and I kept it real. Jordan, Process, D-Mac, Shaggy, and now Z-Farm. Like, I'm being real. BJ, like I said,
because you tried to play your team to the left the whole season, bro.
All right, y'all got it. Ms. Gina, to you real quick. The trade thing happened, Ms. Gina, probably roughly 3 weeks ago, and 2-3 weeks ago, and this is what I said basically. And only one person really had a real issue with it. Some other people understood it more than this other guy. One, Shaggy felt the trade deadline should have been before this week anyway. D-Mac and Jordan Woods understood it, but just I'm gonna go directly to what it is and what to process. So I implemented a rule which I've been typed anyway. I typed this. I typed this rule October 9th, Ms. Gina. If it's clear you're not making the playoffs, you'll be excluded from trades. Examples 1-5, 2-7. Right? Just hypothetically. That's what I typed. So then I switched it to basically not.
So you can't trade your players off to somebody else.
Exactly. That's going to be making the playoffs.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I understand that.
So I basically say, yo, if your playoff percentage is under 10%, you can't trade. For example, Rise at 1, low is at 1, Miles is at 0, Fredo was at 1. You cannot trade because you're not going to make the playoff. The way this league was going, it was clear as day. If you're under 10%, you're not going to make the playoff. You can win some weeks and try to trend upwards, i.e. op, but you're probably not going to make the playoff.
Oh, from that angle.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Now,
so I can understand from both angles. If I was low, I would be hot because I'm trying to make my team better to see if something can happen. Because you just never know with fantasy to see if something can flip. But then on the one hand, I like it because people cheat. And so if you know you're not making the playoffs, you can go ahead and slide some of your players over to somebody else you like to help them win. So,
and you know what's crazy? Everybody that fell under the 10%, they all respectfully understood it. They all did not have a problem with it, Machine. It's crazy you would think that somebody that was above the 10% has a problem with it. Process wants to use teams like Fredo or Miles, hypothetically, or whoever, or Ride, whatever, and try to get.
He want to take advantage of niggas, bro.
That's all it was, Machine. So he got mad at me for that.
Right. So from that angle, yeah, that. So I understand that completely.
Yeah, that's the reason why he don't want to be in the league no more. Yeah. He used to things going.
But that'll be the rule going forward. I would say 100%. For me, I don't like new rules being made in the middle of the season. Like, I agree to join the league based off what the current rules are, so I can understand that. But I mean, I totally understand that rule though.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's really what the conversation that we ended up having. It was just like, hey,
I
I
remember that
get it.
shit, bro.
I get the rule. I don't necessarily love making it up in the middle of the season, of course, but I understood why that was the rule that was implemented because it does make sense, generally speaking.
Yeah, man. I see if I typed it in the beginning of November or something like that. Man, I typed that crap October 9th. Like, but I guess I told it to y'all after the fact. But I mean, either way, at the end of the day, like, it's fair.
But October 9th is
I
pretty
mean,
early in the season, though. That is very
yeah,
early in the season. That's only a
there was
month in,
plenty,
really.
and like we had this conversation, and you know the circumstances that were surrounding it. There was plenty of time to get trades done up until the point in which teams really got out of the playoff picture. If you wanted
Right.
to get those things done ahead of time.
Exactly. And I made that clear too before. I made the whole 10% thing clear before they was even under 10%. Like he had a whole week or two to even try to attack some of them teams, but I guess he probably did, but his trade just didn't facilitate. His last big move that he made was the AJ Brown trade with Lowe.
But then again, that is early in the season again. Like it goes to whatever your thoughts are, it flips on both sides. So on the one hand, having less than 10% to make it at the first week of October is nothing. It's still way too early in the league. So you could be like that because you got injured players. That's why you got less than 10%. Buys then started. You lose like.
I don't even think they do player percentage in that early in the season. I don't think so. I just.
But nobody would have been under 10% that early in the season.
Oh, okay, okay, all right. Well, then, right, okay, all right, then. Well, yeah. So then that was before that even come into effect.
Yeah, he had opportunity. He didn't take. He just didn't. I guess, like I said, the only person that was probably trending to not making the playoff or looking like that was Lowe, and he made that big move with him and got off AJ Brown, and then his last big move was like a week ago or a week and a half ago with Z Farm, and we'll see how that shapes out. But yeah, that's all it is, Miss Gina. If you are in here on the YouTube side, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching so far. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button. Let me hide.
We about to hit these rankings.
Yeah, we about to hit these rankings. Let me hide this document real quick so I can share it with Heaven Sent. Hold on. What is Heaven Sent email again? Y'all see the fantasy football thing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna ask you because just thinking, if you know it for sure is going to end in playback, does it make sense to start it in playback?
That's exactly why I just shared it. Yeah, that's exactly why.
So they can like have it all in one place
Yeah.
for cutting it and all that.
Yep, that's exactly why I just shared it with Heaven Sent, y'all. So thank you for reading my mind, brother. I haven't said they do not see your email. They do not know your name. I hope nobody else know your name outside of Shaggy, Byron included. We don't give Heaven Sent. We don't care about Byron. Nobody should come before. Nobody should come before. And nobody should come before me and Shaggy Heaven Sent. Now your relationship with them other guys, what they call themselves, with all the respect, by the way, if any of y'all watching, if any of y'all watch this back, the Stack Boys, I respect your relationship with them guys. We fuck with AJ, and you know what I'm saying. But nigga, you know inside of this platform right here, oh shit, Heaven Sent, you know who the top two is. You know who the top two is. And I'll leave it at that. Yeah, this is a 2-hour show on YouTube today and Twitch. I had to do it because I got appointments to run to in literally like 40, 45 minutes. I am blessed with the opportunity to have Heaven Sent be able to share her screen and or just edit the document. And I will be here active for the first 20, 25 minutes. And then I will have to join on my phone. So it will be like a blank period for me. So just somebody step up to the plate, man, and it's gonna be like a 10-minute blank period for me having to take Milo out and eat something real quick before I get in the car.
I got you, big bro.
Yeah, so somebody, until I'm back, it's gonna be like 10 minutes, literally. But yeah, man, yeah. With that being said, the show is going to continue in playback. If you're on YouTube and you're watching, playback is the app you can download that is free. It is free to sign up and join and download the fact that playback room. It don't cost no money. All you do is weekly. I'm making a title right now, real quick. Weekly top 15 power rankings. I guess open talks, probably. Open talks. Alright, so NFL weekly top 15 power rankings. I won't put a thumbnail on it. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. And shut up, Byron. Alright. What about I say? Oh. Playback. The link to playback is in the description of the YouTube video. If you on, where Louis Bag at? Louis Bag not doing his job. If you're on Twitch for your first time, the playback link is right there. Again, it's playback.tv/facts and stats. It's an app you can download that costs $0. We're going to do the facts and stats of NFL Power Rankings, weekly top 15. And then we may have some open talks. I wish I was home to watch college basketball get in the Discord, man. We got a big matchup today. Houston versus Tennessee at 6, I want to say. And what's that other game? Michigan and Auburn, I think. That's at like 8:30. Anything in NBA? Dang, man. Speaking of the NBA real quick. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk about it in playback. Playback.tv/facts and stats. Thank y'all for all the support. Please, blessings and love, and I'll see y'all over there.